Yo, I've been playing so much 2K, like just within the past few weeks, and this build right here is absolutely amazing. It's ridiculous. For those of you that don't know, I actually broke my wrist like 2 months ago, and I wasn't able to upload any videos or even just play 2K. I ended up hopping back on like 2 weeks ago, and I wanted to start fresh and make a new build, and this dude is an absolute monster. Just by looking at some of these clips on the screen right now, you can see just how overpowered this build really is. I'm actually surprised it took me this long to realize just how OP pure locks are in this game, which is why in this video I'm going to be showing you guys how to make one of the most overpowered builds in NBA 2K19, and that's a pure lockdown defender. All right, so first things first, you have to figure out what exactly you want to do on defense. If you only want to guard positions 1 through 3, meaning point guard, shooting guard, and small forward, and that's it, you should probably make a shooting guard. The reason for this is because you're going to be a little bit faster, and I believe your lateral quickness is a little bit higher as a shooting guard, which is absolutely essential for locking up those primary ball handlers. Now, if you want to guard positions 2 through 5, meaning shooting guard, small forward, power forward, and even centers, I suggest making a small forward. If you max out the height, those extra few inches are definitely going to help in guarding a wider range of positions, and your defensive stopper is going to activate for shooting guards, small forwards, power forwards, and even some centers depending on their height, and I'll get into that in just a second. Now, by making him a shooting guard, you actually get corner specialist to silver as opposed to bronze. I personally wanted to guard positions 2 through 5 though, so I ended up making him a small forward. And on top of that, I don't really have any problem shooting with this build, but you definitely can be just as effective by putting him at the shooting guard position, especially if you know what you're doing. Now, as far as the height, it doesn't matter if you made a shooting guard, a small forward, a power forward, a center, a rim protector, whatever. To me, there's no reason not to max out his height. You're going to be able to contest more shots with those extra few inches and just be a better overall defender. Now, when it comes to the weight, this is a personal preference. Some people make their players lighter, some people make their players heavier. I ended up maxing his weight out at 260, really because I wanted that extra strength down low in the post. But if I had the option to go back and recreate this player, I don't think I'll make him 260 pounds because, I don't know. I feel like he's a little bit too slow or too sluggish at times, especially on the fast break. Now, when it comes to wingspan, this is obviously a no-brainer, right? Of course, you want to max this out so you can get passing lane steals, you can get blocks, you can contest more shots. In fact, if you made a lockdown defender and you don't have his wingspan maxed out, what the f? Once you have all of this though, you're pretty much good to go. I will say that the badges on this build are pretty time consuming to get, but once you do get them, they're absolutely worth it. I briefly mentioned defensive stopper earlier in the video, but basically what this badge does is it drops the badges of your defensive matchup. So me being a 6'10 small forward, if I were to go up against a 6'9 pure slasher, his posterizer badge would be completely negated. It's like he doesn't even have that badge anymore. So it can be time consuming to get some of these badges maxed out, but it's definitely worth it in the end. If you guys want to see what jump shots and what other animations I'm using on this build, let me know in the comment section down below and I'll make a separate video on that as soon as possible. Anyways, that's how you make the most overpowered pure lockdown defender build in NBA 2K19. If you guys enjoyed the video, make sure you don't forget to leave a like, hit the subscribe button, and also turn on post notifications to know exactly when the next video is uploaded. All right, I'm out.